I would never, and I mean ever, buy a model home from a builder. Now, hear me out. We love our model homes. They're beautiful. They're staged beautifully. Oh my gosh, I love going and touring model homes. However, I would never buy one because I've sold a lot of homes from my clients that had former models. Now, in my opinion, builders want to, get these model homes up as fast as possible so they can start selling their phases. And so quality control is, in my opinion, overlooked. They just care about slapping together, putting the pretty paint and staging it so they can start sales. The other thing that builders do is they stick a bunch of options in these model homes. They have different types of floorings and different paint colors and different bathroom options. And it's not a cohesive flow. It looks a little hodgepodge. And then when the builder goes to sell these at the end of all their phases, they're going to ask a premium. So you're paying a premium for shoddy construction and a lot of mismatch mumbo jumbo. I don't love that. I don't love that at all. The other thing I don't love about buying a model home is that they usually pick the worst locations to put their model homes because they're hoping that throughout the various different phases that it appreciates and some sucker is going to come in and fall in love with this model home and all the beautiful furnishings, even though it's in an inferior location. And they're more than likely going to pay a premium. And if I haven't convinced you already, remember that most appliances have a 1-year warranty. And some of these windows have 10-year warranties. So if you purchase your home, the model home at the end of the phases, you could be 2 to 3 years into that warranty. And some of these warranties could be completely obsolete. I hate that. I would also never buy the first phase in any new development. And the reason for that is they're working out their kinks. There's going to be general contractor issues, and there's always issues. There's always kinks. Trust me on it. And it takes the builder a while to figure out how to remedy those issues. My brother is a Mercedes mechanic, and I love these new models that come out. And he always tells me,
Audra, just wait for the first year. Let the manufacturer figure out how to work through all the bugs by the second year.
And the same thing with new construction. You want to wait for that builder to figure out how to get through all those kinks and all those issues. Trust me on this. Now, I will say most builders do give a discount on that first phase for this very reason, but in my opinion, it's not worth it. I would never, ever buy a house that has low water pressure. It causes a lot of problems, and I'm talking about the pressure from the street into the house, okay? If it's low, nothing you can do about it, and you're gonna hate living in a house that has low water pressure. Your family's gonna have to take turns washing their hands and running the dishwasher and all that stuff. It's a pain in the neck. Do not buy a house that has low water pressure. Now, if you have good water pressure from the street into your house, I highly recommend that you buy one of these little guys. It's called a water pressure gauge. You put this on your hose bib, turn the water on. It will tell you what the pressure is on your house. You should have a water pressure regulator in your garage or somewhere on your house that you can adjust the pressure. Make sure it's between 60 or 80 PSI. Great little tool, great Father's Day gift, by the way. Don't buy the most expensive house in the community. Just don't do it. You know, that unicorn home that we just love with all the super duper stuff? Don't do it, because the homes that are lower priced are gonna drag down the value. I don't have the fanciest home in the neighborhood. Some of the fancier homes are bringing my values up. So when you go to invest in a home, buy something mid-range, not the unicorn in the neighborhood. Not a good idea. Number 4, I would never, ever buy an unwarrantable attached condominium, especially in today's market. Now, a lot of you have this product. I know it's more affordable, but there has been a big change. There's new regulations for insurability for these HOA developments. And if the whole entire community doesn't have the proper insurance limits, it's considered unwarrantable product. And when someone goes to purchase your home, they're going to have to pay an extremely high mortgage rate. It's called an unwarrantable product because the community doesn't have the proper insurance limits in place. So either an all cash buyer can purchase the home or someone willing to pay a super high mortgage rate because it's a higher risk product. Now, I want you to listen up. I'm serious. For you older people who are selling your homes and you're downsizing and you just want to buy something cash and you think this condominium thing's a really good idea because your costs are fixed and they do all the work, the roof and the exterior, beware, because you may not know if this community is unwarrantable or not. Please have an agent that's willing to do the research for you, talk to lenders, make sure you research this. I cannot stress how important it is to find the right agent. I've had, once again, numerous calls this week with all you reaching out, telling me what a knucklehead agent you hired and you went with your friends, sisters, whatever, and it's an absolute mess right now. So the market is definitely correcting, and you need to have great representation. So I do have a referral network. If you're looking for agents to interview in your area, please reach out to us. There's no obligation. I'll link it down below. I also have a resource guide that gives you some questions to interview these agents. I have a staging checklist. I have paint colors that I recommend. And I also have a resource guide talking about the different lighting. You guys, lighting is so dang important. So download the resource link. It's all free. All right, let's get back into it. Number 5 is I would never buy a mobile home or a modular home. And I know some of us are just really strapped with finances, but I'm telling you, some of these modular homes and some of these mobile homes, they're expensive. I was showing mobile homes last week. They're $500,000, $600,000. I would prefer that you actually even buy a condo or even a single family residence, even if you have to go a little bit out of your way. The reason for it is they don't appreciate at the same level. It's not the same quality as a single family residence. And if you can avoid it, I would recommend going a different direction if you can. Number 6 is I would stay away from any home that's in a bad location. And I know we're really tight on inventories and you just need to move and you found this beautiful home. It's all decorated, gorgeous, but it has power lines or it's near a loud street or there's a farm and it's going to have flies and it's going to smell. Like, we don't buy homes in a bad location. I would rather have you buy a home that looks junky in a good location than a home that's in an inferior location has all the bells and whistles. So location, location, location. I would never buy a home in a bad location. It is so dang hard to sell those homes, and normally they don't appreciate at the same level as a home in a better location. So I personally would never buy an older home because I'm just common folk, right? I'm not a restoration person. I don't want to redo the electrical. I don't want to deal with lead-based paint. I don't want to deal with asbestos. I mean, they have asbestos tiles in some of those things. Probably the roof completely needs to be redone. It's just one huge investment after the next. So for some of those of you out there that are general contractors or have family members, maybe that is something of interest to you. I'm just a simple person. A lot of you watching this channel, simple. We don't need more headaches. So be aware that there's a lot of issues when you're buying these older homes. And a lot of you have a heart for these historic homes. Although they're wonderful and they have a great narrative and you want to get that tax write-off, just realize that there are very strict guidelines with the Historical Society, and some of those improvements could be extremely costly, and you may not get the return on your investment. Personally, I don't recommend buying older homes unless it's a hobby or something that you truly enjoy. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy restoration. I don't enjoy redoing plumbing. I hate that stuff. Number 8 is I would never buy a home that's on leased land. In my area, there's several really fancy areas that have leased land. Are you kidding me? I live in America and I want to own my land. No leased land. I don't think we need to get into detail on that. It's a ripoff. Don't do it. Number 9 is I would never buy a house that has a 0 lot line. Now, I know a lot of you have to put up with it because it's affordable, but if you can avoid it, I highly recommend you do. I'd rather live in a mobile home or a tent than have to deal with the 0 lot line because I had a really bad experience. I had a horrible neighbor. Oh my gosh, horrible neighbor. I won't get into all of it. By the way, what I'm talking about is where your fence line is not your fence line. It's actually the neighbor's wall to their house, okay? So when you're walking into your house, the house right next to it, there's no fence line. The fence line is the neighbor's house. So if you're growing any type of vegetation and there's water intrusion, your neighbor's gonna have a fit and you're responsible. We had an issue where I sold the property, we had to tent the property, and we tented the whole house, but it killed the other neighbor's plants that they put on that side of the house. It becomes an issue, and quite frankly, a privacy issue. And I don't really want to be responsible for managing my neighbor's wall. It's a pain in the neck. And then if your neighbor needs their windows cleaned, they're like, hey, my person needs to come over and wash the windows. And now you got somebody on your property cleaning a window. And if that guy falls down and hurts himself on your property, who are they going to sue? Well, guess what? It's on your property. Kind of making that up. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Try to stay away from 0 lot lines. I hate them for resale purposes. I'm not in love with them. Do we have them in our area? Yes. Do we sell them for a lot of money? Yes. I just hate them. I will never buy another property that has a 0 lot line. I'm serious, I won't. Number 10, never buy a house that's in a flood zone. As you know, our environment's acting all up. We got hurricanes and I got all these natural disasters. And the last thing you want to do is buy a home in a flood zone. And we have them all over here in my area. And, I tell the buyer, don't buy this. It's in a flood zone. And they're like, oh, Audra, don't be silly. We haven't had a flood in over 500 years. That just means we're ready for one. No flood zones or any major, areas that have natural disasters. Like, you guys, come on, smarten up, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Number 11 is don't buy a house that has structural issues. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, Audra, that's common sense. Yeah, but a lot of you are out there going,
I don't know. I think I just spent a couple thousand and we can stabilize the foundation. I mean, it's such a good price.
It's a good price because it's going to cost a crap load of money to fix it. And then when you go to sell your house, you have to disclose that there was some issues. So when you're looking at a house, look up, not down. Most of the structural issues can be found in the ceiling. A lot of you think you're looking at the ground. Oh, there's a crack. Cracks are normal. I did do a video on this. I will link it down below. Please do not buy a house that has foundation or any type of structural issues. And if you're hiring the right agent, which of course, once again, link down below with some agents, we're happy to refer you. They should be giving you some guidance on this as well. By the way, today is Mother's Day, and the best thing you can do for me is to subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm doing it very slowly. And I just want you to know, my family gets me See's candy every year, and I must have been really good because I got the double decker. And I know you're dying to know what my favorite candy is. Okay, I'm a sucker for See's candy, and I'm a candy-aholic. Like, if you ever want to get me anything, give me a candy. But my very favorite one, I have to go down to the second level here, is the marzipan, whatever that is. It's this little guy here. OMG. This is a happy day right now. That one. Oh my gosh, so good. So happy Mother's Day. By the time you're watching this video, it's already passed. So I hope all you mothers had a wonderful day. This is delish. See's candy. This is the dark chocolate one. Having a good Mother's Day. Subscribe to my channel, please. All right, let's get back into it. Number 12 is I would never buy a home from a home flipper, especially a crappy home flipper. You have to realize these home flippers want to do things really quickly, like the new builders, and they're not going to spend the top quality products or the craftsmanship that someone who, lovingly maintained their home over the years. So I have heard so many horror stories of people buying these flips, and these flippers put, lipstick on a pig. They fall in love, and then they got a total crap box, okay? So if you are buying a flip and you just have to have it, then make sure you do the proper inspections and ask for all receipts. But personally, I would never, ever buy a home from a home flipper. Number 13 is I would never buy a house that has unpermitted work on the property. And I'm talking the big stuff, okay? The little stuff, who cares? But like an ADU or a house addition. I see this a lot where city inspectors will come out and say, hey, this isn't to code. We need to take it down. So if you're purchasing a house and you're paying a little bit more for the addition or the ADU and it's not permitted, it could be a huge risk for you. And not even that, you want to make sure that the home that you're purchasing is safe and up to code. So veer away from unpermitted work and always check the permits when you're purchasing a home. Always. Number 14, just don't buy too unique of a property or something that's too overly customized. Like, we don't do the dragon princess thing or the circus thing in the house, or it's just, those zany houses. Just keep it basic. Like, the more boring, the better, okay? It's better for resale. It appeals to the masses when you're a lot more specific with your design style. The less buyers are going to be interested in your style, and more than likely, they're going to ask a discount because they want to rip it all out and make it boring. Don't buy homes that are too overly unique or too specialized. Number 15 is just don't buy homes that have all these different levels, okay? We out here have 3 to 4 level homes, and there's all these stairs, and you feel like you're a hamster going up and down all these things. It's very difficult to sell those homes, especially those ones that have the step up and the step down. And when you get to the front of the house, you got to go up all these steps. You got to go down all these steps. Okay, creates trip hazards. And when I go to sell those homes, it's harder for me to sell because there's not as many people that want to deal with all those stairs. So when you're purchasing a home, I say stay away from homes that have a lot of different levels. It's much easier to sell homes that are just the basic floor plan, like one level, all one level, two level. Appreciates easier and it's much easier to sell. And just a friendly reminder that there is that resource link down in the description box. We have home staging checklist. We have a home inspection checklist. We have questions that you can ask your agent. Really important to do that. We have a lot of design things that you should look at as well. We did a video last week, which y'all didn't watch, but it's about lighting. It's super helpful. We have the link down below, a cheat sheet for, what type of light bulbs to buy and where you should place your lighting. All right, I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. Thanks for watching my channel. And of course, if you're looking to buy or sell in Orange County, California, please reach out to me. I am one of the top selling agents in the area, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.